Acoustics is the word. Acoustics. Thank you.
Thank you, acoustics.
Hello.
There's a weird echo.
It's, I wouldn't worry about it. It's
Echo.
See?
echo. Yeah, it's no big deal, really. It's not going to affect the wedding at all. We have had like 27 weddings in this chapel.
Okay, so I get that. 27 weddings. But this bride that we're working with this time
Mm-hmm.
has how do you say that word? Operatic soprano? Opera soprano singing
She's going to sing.
at her wedding.
The
Yeah.
bride's going to sing.
No, her operatic.
Because it would be highly irregular if the bride sang in her own wedding.
I know.
We've done 27 weddings here.
I know.
And if you're going to have the bride singing,
the bride is not going to sing.
The bride can. If the
Robert.
bride wants to sing,
Listen to what I'm saying.
it's the bride's day.
I'm listening.
Thank you. This bride has a singer who happens to be opera trained singing inside this echoing chapel. I'm not sure we can swing it. What do you think, Billy?
We've done 27 weddings.
Yeah, but
You keep going back.
you can't just keep. You can't say that the bride's friend can't sing. If the bride wants a singer, then the bride should be able to have a singer.
And maybe we're not the right chapel for this bride. I hate that too. I hate it. See how can you hear?
Well, you can't say for sure that it would be a complete disaster.
See?
It only happens sometimes, though.
You know when
What's
there's
up
more,
with that?
when there's more people in here, the people will absorb the sound.
That's what happens. That's why we've done 27 weddings successfully. You remember number 22? We had that high tenor.
Yeah,
That high tenor sang.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that Vince Gill song.
Oh,
Oh, I hate that song.
I can't
I don't like that guy.
sing that for me because I
I
can't remember.
don't even remember it. It's banished from my memory.
My mom loved Vince Gill. Oh my God, she had the Vince Gill Christmas collection.
Oh,
But I'm getting off track.
torturous.
I know.
Torturous.
It was awful.
You know those two words, torturous and tortuous? I always thought people were saying it wrong when they said torturous. I'm like, it's torturous. We understand that it's about torture, but the word is tortuous.
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 But it's not. There's two words.
So it's torturous.
Torturous is correct when you're being tortured.
But tortuous means...
Tortuous means long and winding and intricate.
I used to always say pizzeria, but it's pizzeria.
Pizzeria. Yeah, well.
And I would always spell it with the word pizza in it.
I love that you guys are language geeky. It really makes me happy. And I learn something new all the time. I do.
Who does?
I do.
Say your name.
Mary Beth. I'm Mary Beth. Learn something every time we get together with you guys.
I
Which is
love
all
it
the
when you
time
guys-
because we
that
run a
cracks me up.
freaking wedding chapel.
You remember Mrs. Williams used to make you do that?
I'm Mary Beth. Yes, I
She was-
remember that.
That was funny.
I'm Mary Beth.
So what are you saying? We gotta fire this bride?
You can't fire a bride.
Well, if we can't have the wedding here, what are we gonna do?
Do you think we should have her bring in her singer and see? Because
What if it doesn't-
here, check this out. Right? That's not good, and not as high as.
Not bad though.
It's not horrid.
It wasn't bouncing all over the place.
Well, you still can't tell until this place is filled with people.
Oh.
You can't. say for sure.
All right. Well, this is a problem we're not going to solve standing here.
Right. We should go out for a beer.
That sounds good.
That sounds good.
Come on.
Don't we have some beers here we can have?
We have crappy beer in the fridge. We don't have any good beer.
There's Michelob.
Michelob.
It's nasty. I don't. Who bought the left over from 22?
Yeah, number 22.
Everything happened at 22.
Yeah, high tenor Vinskill and Michelob beer.
Ultra.
It was nice that they left. I mean, it was a nice thought. It was
But
could have been a tip instead, but
yeah,
Michelob.
we gotta have this wedding.
I just don't know. I'm not sure I feel right about
We got.
it.
Well, look, we.
I'm not sure I feel right about it. I feel I want her. I really. I know we need the money.
We need the money. That's the
But-
end of that thought right there.
No, it's not. There's a comma, but I just really want her to
comma
have a
goes-
good day.
You know what? I'll say that
Goes
I
before
Before the
believe.
butt.
What? I'm sorry.
I see it written after the butt so often. Just
What's
Yes.
written after the butt?
the butt, the comma. A lot of people put the
The
comma
comma.
after the butt, and it doesn't
So
make any
frustrating.
sense.
So frustrating. Billy, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Yes, William.
Robert.
You never call me Bobby anymore. Sarah Beth.
Billy had something to say, and my name is Mary Beth.
We just have her sing. I do know that everybody will be so focused on the bride and how beautiful she is, and that nobody will notice any of the stuff that we're noticing. All right, we're very. I know it's because
What are you doing?
I'm just being honest.
We already decided earlier.
We did?
I thought we did.
You
I made a
decided.
command decision.
I'm still worried about the bride, and she is ugly. I've been involved in this whole process. She's ugly. So I'm not sure that the beauty of the bride is going to pull away from this.
Well, have you seen her made up?
I've seen her made up. You know, I'm the planner.
Well,
I'm the planner, and I'm not real sure that this is a good one to plan.
remember Bride 16? Was it Bride 16 or 15? She was pretty ugly.
Oh, 15, yeah,
15.
with the Russian husband, yeah.
That one went pretty good, I thought.
Was she the one with the really bad teeth?
Mm,
Really bad teeth?
mm.
I don't remember anything like terrible happening. I thought that was a nice time.
I just don't know. I don't.
It was. The Russian had the vodka connection, so.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Body-
good.
body was
16,
wasted.
16 had the vodka
Mhm,
connection.
15. That was
15.
Yeah.
Well, is there a connection for this wedding?
There's nothing. There's really nothing. This couple, she is ugly. And he's dumb. And the only
Dumb and
reason they
ugly.
have this operatic, what is it? You guys are the word geeks. What is it? Operatic?
What are you trying to say? Opera singer? Like
Yeah,
a
she's an
soprano?
opera singer.
Just call her a soprano.
She's a soprano. The only reason they have her is because their mom won something.
Oh.
I don't even know.
That
So-
that radio contest.
The radio contest,
Oh.
right, on 96.2, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But so they have
right.
this opera singer, but everything else is kind of bad. I mean, I feel icky helping with it, but at the same time, I feel equally icky setting it up to not be good.
Well,
I mean,
look,
my ethics are getting in the way of our dollar.
this is business.
I know.
Ethics don't even play.
But I mean,
If you want to be ethical, be an artist.
I tried that. I couldn't. You know, I couldn't.
We know.
What?
Yeah.
We
What?
know how that went.
What?
Nothing. We're
What? I,
Well,
We know.
I had a show.
Well, we know how difficult it is to be an artist and how.
you're. What are you doing?
I'm just.
those were some beautiful pieces that you had
We enjoyed them.
at La Taza. They were beautiful.
I see your face. I see your face.
I mean, I love. I love them.
You guys have to love.
No, we don't
You have to love. You're my family.
Okay.
Mm,
first cousins.
But still, I mean, if they were bad, we'd tell you. Believe me.
We would tell you 100%. We would not lie to you. We have ethics about
lie.
that.
Full on. All right,
We
fine.
would be very
Whatever.
constructive.
Whatever.
Look,
Whatever. Okay.
when
I'm
Granddad
not an
left
artist.
this entire chapel, he said, you remember what he said? In the will,
I know. He said, "Don't let your ethics
get in the way.
of the mighty dollar."
That's right.
But doesn't that seem weird to you? It's a chapel.
It's
This is like a holy place, sort of.
Well, it's a place of business.
But we don't do the business.
We're helping these people. Like, I mean, if we were Catholics, this is a holy sacrament. And we're not. I know we're not, but
It's just a wedding chapel in Vegas. It's no big deal. And when Granddad died, that was the end of it because he was the, Elvis impersonator.
he did it so well.
He was perfect.
Oh my God. When he used to sing Blue Suede Shoes,
Hmm.
right?
His-
When they were walking down the aisle.
It was so fun for everybody.
Great.
And
Everybody loved
even, we watched him as he, over the years, as he went from the young Elvis to the
To the old potbelly,
No.
Burning love.
drunk
Old burning love.
love, yeah.
Honka Burning Love.
Yeah, when Granddad started, when the cancer got bad and he started taking all the opiates, he swelled up. He
Perfect.
looked perfect. He was
Played
perfect.
the role.
It was perfect.
Mhm.
Everybody loved that.
But since we lost him, we've got nothing. We got no draw here. That's what we need is a draw.
We need a draw.
We need a draw.
I mean, we've done 27 successful weddings.
27,
Yeah.
27 successful weddings.
27.
And now we're just stuck at 28. I mean, we have the
We
draw.
have, 28 is coming. 28
She
is
wants
there.
to be here.
She is here. We got a signed contract.
Okay, so what do we need? So what do we need then?
Let's,
I mean, what
we
what
need a
would
draw.
Granddad say?
Look, Granddad, Granddad would say.
Well, I think what Granddad would say would be we need more business and we just need, while we're establishing ourselves, we need quantity and not necessarily quality. So we need to stop we're wasting so much energy in all the conversations.
That's all we've talked about for the
about
past
the-
3 days is 28. There's 28, and it's like
I know.
an echo, right?
Well, we're talking about these numbers as history pieces, not as let's get a 50 bookings in the next month. Let's find a way to just book ourselves a bunch of times and not worry so much about wedding number 29 or wedding number 35. Let's just get them all done.
I think you're onto something there, William.
And sure, then there'll be the 1 or 2 odd, really awful weddings, but we'll have so many more great ones that
It won't
it
matter.
just won't matter.
So what are you saying, Groupon?
I hadn't even. That is a good idea. Groupon. Groupon is a good idea. Yes. We could. Yes,
What do we
because
offer?
well, planning. I can do they can group on me as the planner, right? And
You suck them into the chapel.
30% off if you get a friend in, right?
Friends.
Group weddings.
I mean, how does group? I'm curious about Groupon. I mean, what do we like? Is it like?
We don't get much money from that.
But we get quantity. If
As
we're focused on quantity.
William was saying, quantity over quality.
Okay, so here's what we do. The planning is the Groupon.
Okay.
And then I funnel into the chapel, which is a different amount of money. Right?
So what do you, wait. So you're saying that you're gonna get all the money from the Groupons?
No, I'll give us the money. The money's gonna come to us. We just separate, because right now, think about this, keep your heads on. Right now, we do planning, a ridiculous amount of planning. Blue Star Chapel down the street, they don't plan shit. You walk in, you pay money, and you walk down the aisle, and that's it. We do 2 whole days of full out planning, plus we got the chapel, right? So what if we Groupon the planning and then funnel into the chapel? Does that work?
See, I think you brought up that Blue Star Chapel. I think we just need to cut out the planning. Just no planning.
What do we need planning for?
We have to have some sort of.
We're spending all the time on the planning.
Yeah. We come up with a menu.
I am. I'm a planner. What am I gonna do?
Well, right now you can develop like what we need is like a template. Like we need a few templates, and we can develop a template menu that people can just say, I want that, and I want that, and you don't have to plan anymore. And we can fit more in. We can do more. We just get them in,
And
get them done with.
I could do art.
Well,
I could decorate the chapel, or at least the anteroom.
Yeah.
It's good.
We can talk
It's
about
good.
that.
Yeah.
We can definitely talk about that.
We'll do a few of those. We'll see how it goes.
That makes perfect sense. So how many menu items should we have? I think we should have 3. I mean, because there are 3 of us, and Granddad would have thought that was cool. Don't you think so? Okay, I mean, what about?
Look, Sarah Beth.
It's Mary Beth. Robert,
You say
why? Why do you do that? You've done that to me since we were kids. I remember the first fucking Thanksgiving when you decided, hey, I'm Sarah Beth. I'm not Sarah Beth. I never have been.
I think you'd be used to it by now.
Shut up.
Sarah Beth.
What? Then fine. I'm fine.
All
That's
right.
my name. You jackass.
Look,
Sorry. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that inside of the chapel. That's really.
it's not.
of God.
It's not a religious meeting. It's a wedding chapel in Vegas.
What were you gonna say? Oh my god. Stop smoking. You idiot. I saw the COPD diagnosis, you jerk. But be that as it may, what were you gonna say? And can you breathe? You're turning blue. Need some help?
Wait, let's stay focused here.
Sorry. I, Sarah Beth, will now focus on my first cousin Robert, who smokes too much. What were you gonna say?
You do smoke a lot.
I'm gonna get water.
You did it again.
I didn't do anything. He was gonna say something. He does always call me Sarah Beth. Always.
Well, yeah, it's his thing.
I know.
He wants to push those buttons, you know.
But then he was gonna say something, and now he walks away.
Yeah.
You know, Granddad loved each of us equally. And I know that he gifted this chapel to us. Equal parts. And I know that we stepped into this together on purpose. But sometimes I kind of wonder if I want to do this anymore.
Yeah, you have to do this.
Ugly bride.
What am I gonna do if you can't leave? I mean,
I'm not saying I'm going anywhere. I'm just saying. I mean, even this new idea, this recipe planning, and being able to do art sounds cool, but I don't know. I mean, is this all there is for us? A chapel on the strip?
Well, that's all that Dad had. Granddad. I mean, this chapel's been in the family for 4 generations. It wasn't until the Elvis thing happened that it really took off, but, you know, I mean, really, if you think about it, this chapel defines us. And, you know,
Kind of sweet. People have been, you know, coming and tying their love up together for years, right here.
yeah, if you just think about the amount of love and commitment that's just walked through here, that's a pretty staggering amount. Of course, I mean, how much of that has ended in divorce or annulment?
Well, I mean, think of like, let's be real. 3/4 of our last 27, right? So what is that? What's 3/4 of 27?
I don't have my
9? I don't know. Anyway, 3/4 of the last 27 have been drunk coming in. Hey, you feel better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you get a little suck on some oxygen? You remember what you were going to say to me?
No,
Yeah, I figured.
I just can't get it out of my head that this place was booming, busting. And Granddad had it. And we're running, this thing has been in our family for,
4
Forever.
generations. Yeah.
well, it skipped a generation because Dad wasn't really involved in it.
Right. Dad went off to Japan. Married that, they're not called hookers, what are they? Geisha. Yeah, geisha dancer person, whatever.
She's pretty much a hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, after he left Mom, I think everybody got involved with the hookers. Anyway,
You know, things happen in cycles. They really do. You just have to ride it out, do what we can, ride it out, and I think that this menu idea, at least we're trying something new.
do you think we should hire an Elvis impersonator? I mean, or like,
Yes.
I mean, we have that second cousin out in Arizona, Jerry. Jerry. He kind of looks like Granddad.
But does he do Elvis?
You gotta do
We don't have
those.
to do Elvis. We could send him to a couple shows,
Songs.
right? We could send him to a couple shows. We get those free tickets. We get them all the time.
Maybe one of us could do it. I mean, I don't wanna pay somebody else. I'm just saying,
You guys don't look anything like
well,
Granddad.
if William would get a haircut and
No.
grow about 8 inches, he could be short Elvis.
Little Elvis.
Lil Elvis.
I could be girl Elvis. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I
I know what you wanted to do. I know. I don't know, you guys. I was telling Billy, I'm not sure I really like this stuff anymore.
Yeah. Maybe 27, 28.
28,
Is
we gotta
enough.
do
We
bride.
got the contract. Maybe that's enough.
master.
Enough for what? What are you talking about?
Maybe it's time to close the Vegas Love Shack.
Well, what are we gonna
Chapel.
do then? What am I gonna do?
It always comes down to that.
He's always
What am
Well, I did say what are we first.
well. It's evenly split between three. We'll just split the money whatever we get. I mean, this real estate is valuable. We're gonna get at
Totally
least
valuable.
1.5 million.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna have $500,000, and I'm gonna
That's not gonna last you.
figure out what to do. I mean, at least it's a nice cushion. I mean, I got my book that I'm always talking about writing.
Have you started writing that book?
I can't write a book.
You can totally write a book.
Man, you can totally do art.
I have done art. You have never.
Right.
You guys.
The sarcasm runs
I'm-
deep in this family.
I'm laughing about the book, not the art.
You started laughing at the art.
At least we did some. At least we
Do
and
things.
talk about doing. You're just sitting there. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
What do you want to do? What would you want?
What's your desire?
Well, I just want to, be able to live.
$500,000.
That won't last you.
You parlay that into something else. I mean, it'll last. Even if you didn't do anything with it, it'll last you 10 years at least.
Could invest a little bit of it, I guess, right? I mean, I
S&P
don't know.
500 continues to go up. Just hit an index fund and it'll grow for you.
Well, you got your art. You got your. I don't even want to say your book because have you even written anything?
You don't know.
I mean, I don't do a whole lot. I spend most of the time here.
Do you do the New York Times Sunday crossword?
Can't do the crossword for 8 hours, 10 hours a day.
I mean, that's a skill. That's a talent. There must be something that you can derive from that.
Gotta be something.
Yeah.
I saw that documentary about the New York Times crossword. I guess they never did that though.
Well, I wonder if I can run this chapel by myself.
You want to buy us out?
Well, I don't have that kind of money.
So that's off the table.
So,
I honestly just.
wedding 28's out.
Why?
We got a signed contract.
They're splitting up.
They can't do that.
Well, I mean,
Well, what?
legally, they already paid us, so it's our.
Yeah, we don't have to.
We don't have to give it back. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe it's time for us to split up.
Why would we have to split up?
I mean, metaphorically, like from the.
From the chapel.
No, we still be friends.
From the shadow.
And cousins.
Well, I mean, I guess I can do the crossword puzzle.
Yeah,
Can I write the book?
I'll write my book.
Yeah.
You can do some more art.
I had a show.